Rolling? All right, here we go. This is a fun one. I don't know if you realize this, but this kind of becoming a little bit of a fun thing. And it's fun kind of thinking of the drinks and how we're going to get to it and all the different ideas, which are very, very limited. But I think you're in for a real treat tonight. Welcome to the Quarantine Cocktail Show, Day 10. Tonight, you can quarantine me in my house, but you can't keep me from sexing in the woods. Oh yeah, I'll explain. Come on. We've got to do this one in the bomb shelter. And I know some folks, keep on coming. I know some of our folks that are watching the show, sometimes they like to have the kids and it's cute. There will be nothing wrong said in this show, but the word sex does come up every once in a while. So, I got to tell you kind of how we got to this one tonight. So, I was really trying to think of what's the alcohol. You know, that's kind of where it all starts, all right? I mean, if you really want to know where this comes from, it's like, okay, what's the drink? What's the alcohol we're going to start with? And I was really thinking, I didn't really give credit to my state of West Virginia back when they really deserved the credit under the coronavirus. I mean, shout out to my folks from West Virginia. They hung in there a long time with 0 cases of coronavirus. And even right now, one of the lowest states out there. Barely anybody. So I thought, how do I celebrate and if anybody knows me, I am very proud of my West Virginia heritage and roots. And so how can I recognize that besides my great t-shirt? Moonshine. I think you got to go moonshine. If we're talking West Virginia drinks, that's where you got to go. So tonight, I'm going to teach you how to make Sex in the Woods. Now, it's obviously a play. It's off of the famous drink, Sex on the Beach, which I think many of you are familiar with. Sex on the Beach, in case you're wondering, that is a drink of vodka, cranberry juice, orange juice, peach schnapps. And what I have learned is you can basically take any vodka drink, substitute a little bit of moonshine, and you're ready to go. So let's get this drink ready. Here we go. So let's get the drink made first. A little bit of ice. Now, we're going to start off with our moonshine, all right? 2 parts moonshine. Now, I'm showing you, I may be probably one of the only folks, I believe, who actually has a collection of moonshine in their freezer, and that is where you have to keep it. And this is a great little store-bought moonshine, Midnight Moon, and that's a fun little drink. It's smooth, it's nice, lots of fun flavors. This is an apple one. I mean, they're great. Not using it. What I'm going to introduce you is the real stuff. Hills of West Virginia. This is real, honest to goodness, from a still moonshine that, you got to be careful with it. And we're going to have some tonight. I have not cracked into one of these in a while. I've got several up in the freezer. Kids are always curious. What is that that's in the freezer that never seems to freeze? When you're older. So, whew. I mean, it's got a bit of a waft in the air of moonshine. So, we're going to go 2 parts moonshine, all right? So, there's the one. Now, that is 2, but I'm making 1 for Shelby, so that was already my 2. And then there's her 2. And I'm going to seal this up before it combusts. All right, so there's your moonshine. Next little bit of alcohol you need. You got to go with the peach schnapps. So, here's your little story of the night. Is history behind the drink Sex on the Beach. Not a great history. I mean, it's got a horrible name, right? I mean, just screams. I don't know anybody who goes and orders Sex on the Beach. But if you want to know where it came from, the roots of Sex on the Beach actually came from a peach schnapps company who basically put a promo out to bars in Florida and said, whoever can make a drink and sell the most peach schnapps, we're going to give you a prize. So imagine this, the late 80s, think 88, 87, 89. You remember what everybody looked like. That's when it hit. And the name really sold it. And by God, it's not a bad drink, but peach schnapps, that's where it came from. So 2 parts moonshine, 1 part of peach schnapps. All right, so you got that going. Now, a little bit of orange juice. By the way, there is another theory that really all this is a basically a screwdriver and a sea breeze mixed together. But I like a story from the 80s. 1.5 orange juice. So we're just going to go with this, not quite all the way full. But again, 1.5 for each of us. So, and then cranberry juice. 1 for me, 1 for Shelby. All right, now, before we give that a good shake, we need to really do something. There's been a few of the drinks where I've been afraid of the emergency. Not gonna lie, I'm not afraid of the emergency on this one. You pretty much want anything you can think of to cut that moonshine on this. So I really believe that a little emergency rim, and I don't know if anybody's taken me up on this, but by golly, emergency, you do make a fine, fine citrus powder, and it does taste lovely on a glass. So sure, boy, they'll be coming to my house telling me to stop, but until that happens, folks, we're going to enjoy it. So there's our little emergency rim. And there's our other one. It's really getting in there. It's good stuff. Now we're going to give this a nice little shake. You don't want to shake it too much. The moonshine, it could explode on you. So we're going to stop right there. Need a little ice. Strain. Oh, people. I don't know about you, but nothing like a little moonshine on a Tuesday to really get your heart beating. I mean that seriously. So we're going to garnish these straight up oranges. Toss those right on the side. Put that on the side. Take that last bit of orange. Give it a little squeeze. And there, my friends, you have Sex in the Woods. Thank you, West Virginia, for this coronavirus drink. Way to hang in there. Now, I have another theory on the name of this drink. I know it's a play off of Sex on the Beach, but I'm going to give it a sip. Yeah. My theory, this is absolutely Sex in the Woods. It's pretty smooth, fun little drink. It burns a little after, though. So, that's my thought. But anyway, you take this one. God bless everybody. Thanks for coming. Hope you have a good night. Look forward to seeing you. Side note, love the comments. I don't know if you realize, when it's over, Shelby and I park it right over here, minus one cat, and we will sit here and we drink and we enjoy these lovely cocktails. And then I get to sit and read the comments and talk to everybody. And honestly, it makes a great evening. So keep the comments coming. I'll be glad to jump on. But seriously, have a great night. And we will see you tomorrow, 7:30. Just a little hint, tomorrow's Wednesday. Whiskey Wednesday. Got a good one coming. Night, everybody.